Hi guys, I just thought while I'm transferring some data here from one phone to another, I will demonstrate why the media has you scammed in regards to the S26 Ultra viewing angles. Now I'm not saying the privacy display is free of issues. Obviously I've detailed some on my previous video. But when it comes to viewing angles, I have here the S21 Ultra, which doesn't have a privacy display, that doesn't have sort of any issues as such, but the S26 Ultra is apparently less bright from the sides in comparison to previous generations. So I've got the S21 Ultra here. They're both on max brightness. The extra brightness is turned on the S26 Ultra as well. I'll show you right here. As you can see, it's all turned on. And on the S21 Ultra, it's also turned on, and there is no extra brightness option. It's just at its brightest. So just from here, you can see that the S26 Ultra is significantly brighter. It's too bright to look at indoors, really, and but both are very visible outdoors. Well, I'll do the S26 Ultra's viewing angle first. So move this out of the way. So from here you can see that some brightness is lost when you go to the side. I'd say it's about half as bright, but very viewable, and all the way to the end it's still very viewable, which makes sense because you've got the privacy display on and half of these pixels are narrow light pixels, so you'd get about half the brightness. However, the S21 Ultra has no excuse. It hasn't got those variations in pixels, so theoretically the viewing angle should be a lot better. But what we see is also a little green tinge and a reduction in brightness when you go off to the side. Now, this has always been the case with Samsung displays. When you look at it from the side, and any phone for that matter, it will lose a bit of brightness. Now, yeah, I'd say it's about 50 to 60%. I think the loss of brightness is very comparable here to the S26 Ultra. I think it's been blown out of proportion. Like I said, there are other issues with the privacy display, but this, I feel, isn't one of the things that should put you off getting the S26 Ultra, because at the end of the day, you're getting a privacy display, which is a good excuse to have the bad viewing angles, but even so, it really isn't as bad as everyone's making out to be. But it definitely is still a situation where you should go to the shop, see it yourself, see if you like it. Alright, just my 2 pence. Thanks for watching.